Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, convinced something was in your room? A shadow that wasn't there before, a strange noise from the corner. For many in southern Africa, this isn't just a trick of the mind. It's the chilling fear of a creature known as the Tokoloshe. Tonight, we're not just telling a ghost story. We're delving into a deep-seated cultural belief, a legend that has terrified generations and continues to haunt the present day. We'll explore the tales whispered in hushed tones, the rituals performed to ward off this nocturnal menace, and the chilling accounts from those who claim to have survived an encounter. So lock your doors, check under your bed, and maybe, just maybe, raise it up on bricks. You're about to find out why. This isn't a campfire tale. It's a living, breathing fear. Imagine a small, hairy, ape-like creature, often described as no taller than a child. Its eyes are said to glow with a malevolent light, and it moves with unnatural speed. But its small stature is deceptive. The Tokoloshe is a being of immense power, a harbinger of misfortune, illness, and even death. In communities across the region, stories abound. A sudden, unexplained sickness that baffles doctors. A series of terrible accidents befalling a once prosperous family. A child waking up with inexplicable scratches. In many cases, the frightened whispers all point to one culprit. The belief is so ingrained that for decades and even today, many people raise their beds on bricks or cans. The reason? To be high enough that the Tokoloshe cannot reach them as they sleep. It's a practical defense against a supernatural threat, a tangible barrier against the terror that walks in the night. This creature isn't just a monster. It's the embodiment of the silent fear that grips you when you're most vulnerable. So where does such a terrifying entity come from? A Tokoloshe is not a natural creature. It is born of pure malice, a dark pact made in the shadows. According to legend, they are brought into existence by a powerful shaman or witch, known as a tagati, who harbors a deep grudge or envy. The process is gruesome. It's said they are created from a reanimated corpse, often stolen from a grave, and shrunken down through dark magic. This process binds the creature to its master's will, turning it into a tool for revenge. The tagati can then dispatch the Tokoloshe to inflict suffering upon their enemies. It can cause terrifying nightmares, paralyze its victims in their sleep, or create chaos and discord within a household. It acts as an invisible agent of its master's hatred. This is what makes the Tokoloshe so particularly frightening. It's not a random monster from the wild. It is a directed curse, a personal attack sent by someone who wishes you harm. It represents the terrifying idea that a neighbor's jealousy or a rival's resentment could manifest as a physical entity, creeping into your home to destroy your life from the inside out. The true horror of the Tokoloshe lies in its methods. It doesn't just jump out and scare you. It's a creature of psychological warfare, a master of stealth and terror. It is said to have the power of invisibility, becoming visible only to its chosen victim, particularly young children, who are more susceptible to its influence. Survivors of alleged encounters often speak of a crushing weight on their chest, a feeling of being suffocated while completely unable to move or scream for help. This experience, known today as sleep paralysis, is interpreted in the context of folklore as a direct assault by the Tokoloshe. It might whisper terrible things, scratch at the walls, or cause objects to move on their own. The goal is to wear you down, to fill your home with an atmosphere of dread and your mind with paranoia. Imagine hearing a high-pitched, guttural giggle from the darkest corner of your bedroom, a sound that no one else in the house can hear. Imagine feeling its cold, hairy touch on your skin while you lie frozen in your bed. It's an intimate, personal form of terror, designed to isolate and break you. This isn't a quick attack. It's a slow, agonizing siege on your sanity. When a family believes they are being tormented by a Tokoloshe, they don't call an exterminator. They call a Sangoma, a traditional healer who is the community's spiritual defender. This is where the battle moves from the physical to the spiritual realm. The process of exorcising a Tokoloshe is a complex and dangerous ritual. The Sangoma must first communicate with the ancestors to diagnose the problem and identify the source of the curse. They will often enter a trance using chanting, drumming, and sacred herbs to connect with the spirit world. Once the presence of the Tokoloshe is confirmed, the real work begins. The exorcism involves a spiritual cleansing of the home. The Sangoma will use powerful muti, traditional, medicine sprinkling protective powders around the property and hanging charms over doorways and windows. This creates a spiritual barrier that the creature cannot cross. In some cases, a more direct confrontation is needed. The Sangoma might lay a trap, using specific baits and incantations to lure the Tokoloshe out and neutralize its power. These rituals can last for hours, sometimes even days, and are an intense spiritual struggle between the healer's light and the creature's darkness. The family must place their complete faith in the Sangoma, as any doubt or fear can weaken the ritual's effectiveness. The story of the Tokoloshe serves a greater purpose than just to scare children. It is a powerful cultural metaphor, a final warning woven into the fabric of society. At its core, the legend is a cautionary tale about the destructive power of jealousy, hatred, and revenge. It teaches that harboring such negative emotions can give birth to real-world monsters capable of causing tangible harm. The Tagati who creates the Tokoloshe is a person consumed by bitterness, and the creature is the physical manifestation of that poison. The legend reinforces community values, reminding people of the importance of living in harmony and resolving conflicts peacefully. It warns that actions have consequences, and that dabbling in dark magic to harm others will ultimately lead to ruin. The Tokoloshe is a reminder that the greatest demons are often the ones we create ourselves, born from the darkest corners of the human heart. It is a timeless story that transcends simple folklore, offering a profound commentary on human nature and the eternal struggle between good and evil that exists not just in the spirit world, but within our own communities and ultimately within ourselves. The legend of the Tokoloshe endures because it speaks to a universal human fear, the fear of the unknown, the fear of what lurks in the darkness, and the fear that someone somewhere wishes us ill. Whether you believe it to be a real entity or a powerful symbol, its story has captivated and terrified for generations. What do you think? Is the Tokoloshe a real creature of the night, or a fascinating piece of folklore that explains the unexplainable? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. We love reading your theories and personal stories. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey into the shadows. If you enjoyed this deep dive into mythology and folklore, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss another mystery. Until next time, stay curious and sleep tight.